Hello and a welcome to the 2025 Malvern Spring Festival. We're in for a glorious day by the look of it, the sun is shining. This is the first show I've done this year. It is an early one. People are getting ready for Chelsea, of course. I didn't do many shows last year, but I did come to this one. I do enjoy looking at the show gardens. You get some great inspiration and ideas. And when you look at the produce these builds in like 3 weeks, it's amazing. There's a big Floral Marquee over there with lots of plant traders for you to spend your money on. And also, these people are experts because they tend to specialise in one type of planter. So why not come with me, walk around the show and see what we can find. Right, you join me on the Cotswolds Way, Diamond Estate and Garden, and this is the 60th anniversary, and it's been designed by Luke. First of all, Luke, thanks very much for inviting me onto the stand.
Not a problem, my pleasure.
Just briefly talk me through, what was the inspiration behind the design?
So we're Cotswold Estates and Gardens, and it's the 60th anniversary of when the company was set up. For the 50th, the company did a show garden that was based on the Cotswold Way, and so there's another walking trail called the Diamond Way, so we thought that was appropriate for our 60th anniversary. And so we've just sort of tried to incorporate as many features that you find around the Cotswolds as possible. So we've got a sort of a natural spring in a beach woodland, and then it goes down underneath a bench that's designed to look like a little footbridge, over a splash pool designed to look like a ford, into this stone-sided rill, similar to what you find in a lot of the little towns and things like Bolton-on-the-Water and all of that sort of area. And then into this lovely oak structure that's designed to look like a church lich gate.
Yeah, beautiful.
And so the whole theme is supposed to feel like a walk around the Cotswolds.
So, initial design, when did you first put pen to paper to...
It was probably around this time last year, but for the first revision, I think this ended up being about revision 9.4. So the final plans had to be submitted in September, and then from then on it was just trying to
And do you
organise.
actually do a dummy build before you actually come on to
We
the site?
set up certain elements because we wanted to get the flow right for all of the water features, so we had to sort of mock up the rill in the yard. And various things, like the spring we tried doing a few times, but obviously every time you do it the stones fit together slightly differently, so that bit I was slightly worried about. But no, it was all right. I think we prepared enough for the whole thing.
Luke, thanks very much.
All right, my pleasure. Thank you.
Right, you join me on the stand of one of the most outstanding gardens in the show, and this is called Gardens of the Wind, and these are the actual designers that have done all the hard work in creating it. You'll see some close-up shots of all the planting and that, the water feature, particularly below. We've got a glass with streams and lovely ferns and that, the Japanese ices. But the main thing is the wind, and there's a setup with this piece of bamboo and a sail, and as the wind blows, it gently moves this, which is attached to pen, and the wind is actually drawing a pattern on the piece of paper at the back. I'll just have a quick word with the designers. Thanks very much for letting me come onto the stand at all. What was the actual inspiration beside the design of this garden?
The inspiration is from the wind.
Okay.
This is the core concept of this garden. So, and also this garden is designed for an Eastern Asian art institution. So you can see lots of philosophy deep rooted within this garden. And we've got lovely, lovely plants from various nurseries. One local nursery is very, very close to Malvern. It's a 5 minutes drive from here. It's called Grange Farm Nursery.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so everything plants is local. And the trees are on loan, so we'll be back to the nursery after the show, and everything will be relocated.
And thank you so much for inviting me onto the garden. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Right, you join me on the stand of Kate Mason, and if you've watched Gardener's World, you'll probably see a rather good interview with Kate. Well done, Kate, on your award.
Thank you very much.
I'm not allowed to say which is my favourite garden, but I quite like this one.
That means it's his favourite.
So, Kate, looking around the garden, I'll just tell the people, you're not a million miles from where I live, so the accents might be quite similar.
Yes.
The planting on here, how did you go about designing the garden?
I kind of already knew that I wanted to do something that had a bit of height at the back, and I already knew that it would be a tropical garden because that's what I'm obsessed with and that's what the plants that I collect. And I kind of just went from there really, and I love purple, and I've just collected the plants along the way and tried my best to make it as unusual and as unique as possible. But yeah, it just kind of all brought itself together with all of the things I already had in my garden.
It's a massive range of plants. And say, living in the West Midlands, I'm amazed that you can actually keep these alive in the garden. How do you do on about winter, overwintering stuff?
Okay, so this garden is actually designed to help people understand how to overwinter their plants. And everything that's planted in the ground level is easy to overwinter. It can stay outside. And everything that's in a raised bed or in a pot needs to be overwintered in a heated greenhouse or somewhere frost-free.
And looking at the plants here, I don't know how many varieties are, but pick some of your favourites. What is?
So we've got Persicaria Purple Fantasy down here. This is one of my favourite plants, just because it reminds me of how my brain felt when I started my mental health journey, and it's like little arrows pointing everywhere, and I didn't know which direction to go in. But also it's a great shade-loving plant, and it's got a really cool texture on the leaf, a really lovely pattern on it, and I think it's great.
Fantastic. And on those you got like the arum lilies there and a few other.
So we've got the calla lilies at the front.
Yeah.
The xanthodiceas they're called, and then in front of the xanthodiceas we've got sarracenias, and the sarracenias are carnivorous plants,
yeah.
And those have been the smash hit of the show.
Right.
The guys who gave us those wax wicked plants have almost sold out.
And those are in the Floral Marquee.
They are.
Yeah?
They're in the Floral Marquee, and they're also in the houseplant section. But those, everybody has been asking about those today, and over the last few days actually. They're wicked plants.
And just to reiterate, this is your very first design garden, isn't it?
It is. It's my first full-size show garden.
And to get a silver gilt, how do you feel?
Absolutely over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. Silver gilt for your first try is incredible. I am very competitive, so I want the gold, but I was over the moon with silver gilt because it's kind of, it's like a little push to make you do it again.
Yeah. And what's the plan after the sad occasion when the show ends? What's happening to the garden?
So some of the plants will be on sale today. People can come and put their name down, pay for them today, and then take them home this evening. A lot of the hostas and the tropical stuff will be coming home with me back to my collection. Some of the big things have already been sold to one of my clients. So it's kind of going here, there and everywhere. The patio is going into my courtyard at home when Neil gets 5 minutes breath. But yeah, it's all got a home. It's all got a home.
Finally, the $1,000 question is silver gilt. Where next?
Where next? So I wanted to go to Chelsea before I'd done this show, but actually I think I'll probably come back here before I go to Chelsea because the logistics here are much, much easier to negotiate. It's close to home. It's a fabulous show. It's the coolest out of all of the RHS shows. So I'll be back maybe next year, maybe the year after.
You heard that here. So join me and Kate at the 2026 Malvern Spring Festival. Thanks very much, Kate.
No problem. It's lovely to see you.
Well, the show gardens never cease to amaze me, the time and effort what goes into them. Let's go and have a look what we can see out on the open stalls.
I think Bev's carried it.
It's unbelievably warm today. It's absolutely glorious. And unusually today they've allowed dogs in, a restricted number, and everyone's behaving themselves, so it's nice to see that. Anyway, in the attempt to get a bit of shade, I'm going to take a look around now, the Floral Marquee. Traditionally sees the big plant sell-off, and a lot of the display stands are broken down. People can reserve the plants up front, pay for them, and put a little raffle ticket on. But as you can see now, it's a free for all.
I'm the carrier. I'm the carrier. In the game, don't have to look at the guys on they want to retain that much
Well, we finally come to the end of the show, and I must say I've really enjoyed it. The weather's been on our side, it's been really hot, glorious, in fact it's too warm at times. I did meet up with quite a few other YouTubers. We had a little gathering for half an hour. I had our photographed by the RHS signing. In fact I'll put a little picture in there. And that's about it from me. I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I have, and see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.